The other thing I'm doing at this stage is checking that I'm capturing the important bits of the drawing. So for example, this line that comes up here actually passes through that part of the ear, and then it's taken up in that curve. And this curve runs straight along to there as well. This part of the head is almost symmetrical. And just getting the right proportion and diagonal of all those features, and this position here. So actually this is a kind of this is a right angle, and it kind of echoes that line. So that line and that line form a kind of rectangle. So on the painting I've been readjusting some of those things. So I've now got this line coming up, passing through that part of the ear and up, and I've readjusted the hair, so that line now comes up to there, and the head was too flat, so that the highest point is actually back there, and that shape's become more symmetrical, and this rectangle is now in there a bit better. So at this second stage of painting the head and the figure, I'm also making sure that I'm capturing the best aspects of the drawing which make it harmonious or interesting. And I've blocked in some of those basic colours, so I'm going to work on that a bit more. So I've probably finished this stage of the painting, and I've reconnected some of the things that were on the original drawing. So I've emphasised this kind of rhomboid rectangle, the eyebrows pointing at that part of the ear and then coming down quite straight there, this line following on, and then I've got these darker, colder colours here, sort of the hottest part of the pinks are there, and I've echoed the blue there from the face to continue that line. I moved this line, which was kind of pointing at the chin, and made that whole shape. So quite a lot of those things will change a bit as the painting progresses, but it feels a bit more sorted out, and I've set up the basic skin tones now to carry on when this layer's dried. Okay, so an exercise you could do to explore some of these things about skin tones is to sketch out a very schematic face and create something that's going to be a bit like a fairly soft focus image of a head, and you're going to just use it as an opportunity to explore some of the things we've looked at in the video: hot and warm colours, darker shades, different combinations of browns, pinks, blues, greys. So without too much sense of wanting to be in control of the detail, just block out the head and see what works, see what doesn't work, and do one or two of these. The good thing about tackling the head in this way is you're not being too precious about it. You can see what the cold colours do against the warm, how you're going to create a sense of volume or how you're going to create the light and dark. In fact, if you do this a few times, you're going to become much more confident both with portraying the head, but also more confident about the relationships of the colours you're using. The purples, browns, all the various colours that you might be using if you're painting a portrait from life. There you go. So that's really, what was that? About 2 minutes. Just playing about with the colours and seeing what their relationship can create in order to develop the form, sense of colour and the overall design. So by the end of the session there's quite a few colours on the palette, and it's sometimes helpful to make a note of those for future reference. So you've got the basic colours on the right as they come out of the tube, and then the different mixes. So if you want to remember how you arrived at certain colours and tones, you can just quickly put them onto a notebook for future reference.